Hi, I'm Jamie with The Savings Secret, where I help you be more intentional with your money. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what is Fidelity Investments SPAXX, why does it matter, how does a core position work, and some other details that are going to help you win with money. So without any further ado, let's jump in. All right, looking at Fidelity. So if you go into their Fidelity website, none of this video is sponsored or has any of that connection with Fidelity, but I just like to help people. And so on this video, it would be appreciative if you could give it a thumbs up, like all that good stuff. But I just want to help you be intentional with your money. But Fidelity Investments over here, the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund, you can look it up as anything, just like you would any other stock, index fund, ETF. But one of the things you'll notice over here is it's a money market account. And so it's the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund. What is it? Well, if you look over here, it'll say the 7-day yield of 4.03% at the time of this recording this video. What does that actually mean? Well, it means that as of the last 7 days, if you were to hold this and it didn't change over the last year, you would make 4.03% on your money, which is great. It is very comparable to high yield savings account. Now, what they said this year-to-date returns, this is what they've shown as of basically the month of January or the month of recording this video. So it shows you what you earn. And with Fidelity, if you really want to understand what SPAXX is, you really need to understand what is a core position. And a core position is just where the Fidelity holds the cash in your account. So when you open up a Fidelity account, a core position is set up to process cash transactions and to hold uninvested cash. So this is simply how it works. And one of the reasons why they do this is all about protecting your money. So yes, Fidelity makes sure that you get a good rate of return because they want to take care of their customers. And if you take care of your customers, you're going to invest more money with Fidelity. So it's really a powerful setup. And then it gets covered what's called SIPC coverage. So you might be familiar with the term FDIC coverage, and that's related to the banking industry. So if you come over here, it's basically a government agency that helps banks cover per account. Well, SIPC is a similar coverage, but it's actually used for investment companies and brokerages. And so it says all Fidelity brokerage accounts. A cash management account is a brokerage, a special kind of brokerage account that includes money market funds held in a brokerage account. So the reason they have this set up is because now you qualify for this SPC coverage. But just like banking today, nobody's really banking on FDIC coverage insurance. You really trust the money that's at the bank, or you trust the partners that you have. We haven't really had failed banking systems, but if you do, you're grateful that you have it. But that's not the number one reason why you bank with somebody. You bank with them for the customer service, all these other things. It's kind of an expectation that the bank you work with has FDIC coverage. It's the same thing with investments. So SIPC coverage is what Fidelity uses on all of its accounts. So getting back to Fidelity's SPAXX, so understanding how to understand the details of it. So last year, its average rate of return for those who had money like myself and other people, you would have earned 4.92% annual return on your money, which is great, which is up there with many of the high yield savings accounts. So me personally, for SPAXX, anytime you open up a brokerage account, cash management account, investment account, if you don't actually invest your money, it acts just as if a high yield savings account. So I've done lots of videos in the past. I even did a video that said, I believe that savings accounts are dead. And I still believe that today, even though there's a lot of videos talking about you need a high yield savings account. Well, technically you don't need a high yield savings account if you have a Fidelity account, because you're getting a high yield performance on that account. So it's a really powerful tool. And again, if you open up a Fidelity cash management account, which is just like a checking account, but it's done at Fidelity, you can have your money that's uninvested in what's called the government money market fund, which is SPAXX. So it's a really great alternative to having it there. Now, people would say, well, why use Fidelity for cash management services? Well, because you're getting this high amount of money that's not invested, you don't have to have a separate account between your checking and your savings account. Saving accounts have limits of how many times you can move it. And if you want to move money between accounts, there is time. When you have money in your Fidelity account and you want to take action in investing where real wealth is grown, you can do that instantly. And so what I love about it is there's no ATM fees. You get unlimited global on ATM withdrawals. That is the best. That's the best in the industry. You can't beat it. So anytime you go to an ATM and you need cash, you get it for free. There's no account fees or minimums of any kind. Setting up an account is super easy. You don't have to necessarily take my word for it. Listen to Forbes, recognized by Forbes advisors as the #1 cash management account. This is where I use my account. I don't use banking. I've reviewed lots of different banks over the years, but this is what I use. And this is what I tell people all the time way to use it. There's no fees. And then again, if you want to make investing options, you can do that. You can set up direct deposit into this account. You can build routines for creating savings. Again, the saving secret, one of the reasons I started this channel is I wanted people to make sure they knew how to flow their money. And that's what I teach people, is how to flow their money. And a lot of times it starts with, where do you house it? And a Fidelity cash management account is the way to go, because you're taking advantage of this government money market fund. Now, that wasn't always the case with Fidelity. That has changed over the years. So it's been less than a year that they've had this function or the ability to have SPAXX in their cash management fund. But it's definitely been a game changer, and it's why I use Fidelity Cash Management as my main account. If you, again, like I said, it's just like a high yield savings account, but it's a money market fund. You might well say, well, how big is this account? Like, one of the things I love about Fidelity is it shows you all the details. You can see how big the portfolio nut assets are. It has $380 billion. So of all the people that have different accounts, there's $380 billion in this fund. It is an extremely valuable fund for Fidelity. But as a customer, like I said, you're getting one of the best rates of return. Yes, as the federal rates lower, this will go down. As you've noticed, it's kind of calmed down. But if you've had a high yield savings account for more than 5 minutes, you realize over the years, it really does follow the Fed rate. And it's really determined on the bank itself. But if you work with Fidelity, I feel like you're getting the most best access to your fund. So when the rates go up, it goes up very quickly. When it goes down, it does go down a little bit, but you're still, even if you had this account for 10 years, where basically savings rates were zero, you would have earned on average 1.5% on your money in a cash account, which over the last 10 years, the rates have been extremely low. So there you have it. This is the Fidelity SPAXX account, why it's important and what it means for you. So if you have a Fidelity account or you're new to it and you're just curious about what Fidelity's SPAXX, now you know. And at the end of the day, if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I love to read them and I'm here to help. Feel free to check out some of my other videos where I go into deep dive on some other Fidelity accounts to help you win with money. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.